for promoting vegetarianism is key to ending the pandemic. So this is my feedback. Anyone else?
Anyone else?
Emma,
Don't call me, always call me. But you say very full. It reminds us now we have to heighten our vigilance and follow the rules from our government. And when we go out, we wear our mask. Yeah, and keep our social distance. That's very important now. Yeah, that's my feedback.
Okay, anything else? So, Rachel, shall we move on to the next part?
Okay, sure.
Okay, there is some noise. Okay, so now it's time for our translation drill. In the beginning, I'd like to give some credit to Felicity, Helen, Tracy, Grace, Elizabeth, and Nancy, because they wrote their pieces to me and I just gave them some feedback. And we have been exchanging notes during the week, and I find it to be such a valuable and rewarding experience because over the internet, we have become learning partners. We can listen to masters' teachings, contemplate them together, and then discuss them with each other. This way, our knowledge of and understanding of the Buddha's wisdom will be strengthened mutually. So without further ado, let's move on to the translation piece. This month, the theme is about education. Therefore, the translation team has chosen an education-related passage from Master's previous talk. Let me divide it into 3 parts. OK, 回顾感恩事很多，我们现在天天都有感恩事，这种莫忘那一年的到今天。I highlighted 2 phrases that you might have problems translating. 感恩事 is things to be thankful or grateful for. As to 莫忘那一年, in the verbatim, last time we talked about it, verbatim or direct, word for word translation. 直译的话呢, don't forget that year. But if you translate it that way, it would be kind of confusing to some foreigners. So we need more explanation, or we can add more information to it. So I like to adopt a more creative approach when translating it. So Emma, can you just tell us what does it mean by 莫忘那一年? Don't forget that year. Which year and what happened?
It's 921 the year. I think it's earthquake that year.
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah, you're right on. Okay, so it's a long story, so we have to make it short and understandable to the audience. So we can have a more creative translation as follows. Tzu Chi's history and the work we carry out every day. Okay. So the second part, okay, 昨天有10个国家地区的菩萨来生活营，其中有教联会，就是老师。I think the second part is much easier. There are some specialized terms such as bodhisattvas, a training camp, and Tzu Chi Teachers Association. In this case, I think that it's better not to just translate it, a pusa, into bodhisattvas, because again, it might be very confusing to foreigners. Here, it refers to Tzu Chi members. 就是上人常会称菩萨，其实就是指Tzu Chi members. Okay? Okay, the last part of the second part, the third part, it talks about when Tzu Chi's Teachers Association came about. 当年在20几年前，教联会成立是1992年，到现在是27年。Okay, so it's the background information of Tzu Chi Teachers Association. When was it founded, established, or set up? How long has it been around until now? Okay, so I just highlighted some key points when you are translating this text. So let's find out the translation on TV. So can anyone just read the translation for us? Rachel?
Okay, the whole passage.
Yeah, let's check it out.
There is truly much to be grateful for. Every day, what our Tzu Chi members do also deserves our appreciation. We must not forget Tzu Chi's history and the work we carry out each and every day. Yesterday, Tzu Chi members from 10 countries and regions came back for a training camp. Members of our Tzu Chi Teachers Association also took part. The Tzu Chi Teachers Association was founded in 1992 and it has been around for 27 years until now.
Okay, so any question about the drill? Okay, so some brothers and sisters have written their pieces to me and I also responded to them. Okay, so I'm not going to show their pieces to you guys right here. Okay, I just return the emails individually. So are you guys up for the challenge? Do you want to translation skill to the next level? Okay, I have proposed 2 challenging questions. Here they are. 此生不像今生度，更像何生度此生. Okay, and the next sentence is 佛在心中，法在行中. Okay, there are 2 of my favorite quotes that have a great impact on me. They have become the keynotes of my learning Buddhism. So let's work on them piece by piece. Okay, 此生不像今生度，更像何生度此生. Okay, in Chinese translation, it is, if we do not transform ourselves in this life, in which life will we transform ourselves? Okay, this one might be a little bit difficult for you guys because it is written in classical Chinese. So when we are translating it, we have to put it in a plain language in order for more people to understand. Here goes the translation like that. And I'm just wondering, what is the underlying message of the sentence to you? What does the sentence mean to you? 此生不像今生度，更像何生度此生. LG, would you like to answer it? Very quiet. Okay, Siri, are you online?
Siri will wait her time.
Okay, then I'm gonna call on Steven.
Yes.
Steven, so
Yes.
what does that sentence mean to you? What is the underlying message?
Yeah, just like the word shows, it's very direct. If we do not transform ourselves in this life, in which life will we transform ourselves? Yes, I think it's remind us to seize every moment and fully utilize our life in this life to help people and to give. I think, yeah, that's the meaning.
Okay, you are pretty close to the sentence. What you're saying is pretty close to the sentence. Okay, so I'm going to show you my understanding of.
One more point is to cultivate ourselves to be more wise. That's which means cultivate our wisdom in this life.
Mm-hmm. So we have to seize the moment and make good use of our body to cultivate ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to show you my understanding of the sentence. Okay, so what is the undertone? I think it suggests that it is difficult to be born a human being. 人生难得啊. So it is rare to have the chance to hear the Buddha Dharma. 所以呢，佛法难闻. So we have to, just like Stephen said, we must seize the chance to transform ourselves and others. Okay? And let's move on to the next one. Okay, 佛在心中，法在行中. So the next sentence is very concise and to the point. It serves as a guideline of being a bodhisattva. The translation is, the Buddha must be in our minds and the Dharma must be in our actions. Again, what is the undertone of the sentence?
可以啊，连上啊，就不一定嘛。
Helen?
I think it says that we must do in our actions, we must practice all the time.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Because
that
everyone has the Buddha is always in our mind, and we have to do it
mhm.
in our life. Yeah.
So we have to understand the Buddha's principles, and we have to put his teachings into our daily life.
Practice. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show you my.
Oh, okay, you share already.
Okay. So I think the undertone is that we all intrinsically have Buddha nature. That's why the Buddha is always in our mind. 人本具佛性. And with the Buddha in mind, we must apply his teachings in our to our daily living. And we have to go among, just like Helen said, we have to practice his teachings. So, and then, so it's very important. But that's why I'm saying this is the guideline of being a bodhisattva. You have to go among people to practice the Buddha's teachings. Okay. So I hope that the Buddha is always in your mind, and the Buddha Dharma is always in your action. Okay, these two sentences, I like to use these two sentences as my good wishes for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's move on to Siri. Siri, are you ready? Siri.
Siri, you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
And we recommend everybody to share and
Can
to
you
answer
hear
the
me?
questions. Hey Siri.
Hey
Hi,
Siri.
Rachel.
Hi, Siri.
Tommy.
Hey
Can you
Siri.
hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
yes we can.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our monthly study session. It is great that during this difficult time, we still make the efforts to come together and study. And it is great to listen to Tommy's and what he said about translation. I think he taught us many skills, especially about understanding the Chinese first, put it into simple language before translating it into English. And now today, I also bring you 3 questions. Can Rachel show us the first question? As members of Tzu Chi Foreign Language team, we have many opportunities to help with bone marrow donation registration. When bone marrow registration blood drives are held on weekends, FLT members are invited to help out with labeling and double-checking the information. Therefore, we have been indirectly helping leukemia patients in many ways. So today, my question is related to bone marrow donation. Why did Tzu Chi set up a bone marrow registry in the first place? Can anybody give me an answer?
Yes, I can, because I read the booklet. Is it okay?
Sure, Tommy, please go ahead.
So there is a story behind it. In 1993, a Taiwanese student who studied in the US got leukemia. She couldn't find a match at that time. After returning to Taiwan, she came to visit Master and pleaded with her to set up a bone marrow registry. However, the Taiwan government didn't allow for unrelated donors when it came to bone marrow transplant. Luckily, in the same year, the government passed a law and Tzu Chi founded a bone marrow registry.
Yes, great. In fact, what Tommy said is exactly right. it's because of this student in the United States. Her name was Wen Wenling, and she had leukemia, and she came back to Taiwan for help. She pleaded with Master Zheng Yan to help her and to set up a bone marrow registry. Back then, it was very difficult because of traditional beliefs. People had believed that bone marrow was 骨髓, and 有些人认为说那是龙骨，是不可以动的. So it's very difficult to ask people to donate their bone marrow. So Master Zheng Yan researched and learned about the science behind it, and she learned that donating bone marrow does not hurt the health of the donors. So she was able to ask people to donate their bone marrow to help leukemia patients. It was a very difficult process to change people's perception of bone marrow donation. But eventually she touched many people's hearts, and she was able to persuade Tzu Chi volunteers to help her launch this project. So back in 1993, she founded Tzu Chi Bone Marrow Registry. And in the year 2002, it was renamed Tzu Chi Stem Cell Center. Up to this day, it is still saving lives. I think as members of foreign language team, we know it is very difficult to persuade people to donate their bone marrow. Sometimes their families object to it, and we have to try to persuade their family. Sometimes things happen. Because of typhoon, sometimes the doctors cannot come to Taiwan to receive the bone marrow. So it is very difficult during the process. There are a lot of things to take care of, but Tzu Chi volunteers never give up. So you can imagine how much work goes into saving just one life, and how much work, how does it mean that we have to cherish our lives, and how precious human lives can be. And related to this question, now I have my second question for you. Rachel, can you show us our second question?
Siri, do you want to play do you have a video you want to play, or?
No, it's okay, it's okay.
So
I'll skip the video.
Oh, okay.
My second question for you, which is related to bone marrow registry, is how many potential donors have registered with Tzu Chi Stem Cell Center? This question, I'll answer it for you because I don't think it's necessary for us to memorize it. But I can tell you that I did some research on the website of Stem Cell Center, which is more updated in the little booklet we have. And it says that as of the end of 2019, we've got potential donors. The number is 44,678 people. 我们不需要背这个数字啊，但是我觉得有一个 idea 很好，就是这么多年来，历年来已经登记的自愿捐赠者呢，有44万人。因为慈济的爱心，本来大家不敢捐的，既然有这么多人愿意做 potential donors, I think that's a big achievement on part of 慈济 volunteers. 所以有这么多的 potential donors. That's my second question for you. So my third question for you is, then how many people have found a matching donor from Tzu Chi Stem Cell Center? My third question for you is, 那我们到底救了多少人呢? Here, I also answered a question for you because the number has been updated. As of end of 2019, we've transplanted bone marrow donation cases amount to 5,574 cases. So we've saved more than 5,500 lives because of the efforts of bone marrow donation volunteers. 所以我们真的很感恩哦，就为了一个留学生，他当时想要救命来求证言上人，到20年后我们救了5500个命。这个这么重要的事情，大家因为一念悲心，不忍众生受苦，到今天我们可以救5500条生命，真的是很不可思议哦。Tzu Chi volunteers' efforts have saved 5,574 families and their lives. I think it's quite amazing. It also shows us that we cannot give up on saving human lives. 我觉得很巧 because of COVID-19, we're all suffering in part because now our movement has been restricted and we have to cancel group activities. But in terms of saving human lives, we're doing everything we can to save lives. 我们这么小心就是为了要保住健康，保住人命。所以到这个时候，我觉得讲 bone marrow donation 也很贴切。同样的是慈济's medical mission, we're not giving up on saving human lives. Even up to now, Tzu Chi volunteers out there, we're donating epidemics prevention supplies to medical staff in hospitals in China and in other countries, so they can continue to safeguard the lives of patients, COVID-19 patients. 所以很感恩上人的一念悲心，让我们透过骨髓捐赠救了5000多条人命，也希望我们在 COVID-19 epidemic time 能够更小心的注意自己的健康。谢谢大家。
Thank you, Siri.
Thank you.
Thank you, Siri.
So Rachel, shall we be moving on to the book review?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Tommy.
Okay, let's start from the first story. There are 3 stories in the book that we're going to review today. So let's move on to the first story. I think it's LG's part. LG, are you there? LG? She's not there.
Yeah, can
Are
you
you
hear me?
gone?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can hear you. LG, are you ready
Yes.
to share your part?
Yes, I'm ready. Okay.
I'm fully ready.
Okay, our part, yeah, the title is very controversial. See, you have fallen into debt, and then congratulations. And what I'm trying to say is that next page, please. Okay, I can see. Yeah, an entrepreneur fallen into a debt of 500 million, 500 million NT dollars, and then he was afflicted and accompanied by a friend to see Master in Hualien. And what Master Cheng Yen said, congratulations. If you have not fallen into this debt, you will not have known how rich you are. So you can see that the statement is very, what I say is quite controversial, because it's very much extreme. You are in debt with so much money, yet Master Cheng Yen say that you are so rich. Yeah, can you all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say that all of us, every one of us, let me see, we never know how rich or how fortunate we are. You see, we take things for granted. And so now the COVID-19 spreading all over the world. So we take things for granted. The fresh air we are breathed in and out every second. And now because of COVID-19, we are so, in terms of what, phobia, or we are so afraid that we might get fall sick. And then all our movement are restricted. And then every one of us are affected. Just like what I mentioned to Sister Elizabeth just now, all of us have collective karma, which we learned in our March study group. Do you remember, Tommy? Collective karma. So,
yeah.
Yeah, correct. Because all of us, we are all in this group, you see, and then we are facing the same problem. COVID-19 is our common, we can say, enemy. And Sister Elizabeth, she will share to us about this in details. Okay, Elizabeth?
And recently, just last Sunday evening, I played with my grandkids. They rode a bicycle. I just follow. Follow this. Finally, I fall down. That is very bad and good experience for me, because at that moment I'm never angry, because my daughter-in-law says sorry to me, but I feel I'm fortunate. Because I try to open my eyes at the time. I can see something, so I think I should not blind. But I don't know. It will maybe a little up to some time. I don't know what it will happen. You need to go to the hospital to check something. But from their experience, I know is because during the past years, I spent a lot of money and the time in buying non-veg foods for my family members, because every Saturday they come to my house for the family reunion. So even today also, I bought a lot of fish and the meat to ask my servant to cook for them. But I'm pure vegetarian. But the way I did is very bad. It's a bad example. It is indirect killing. Indirect killing. So so Dharma Master told us during this epidemic, we must learn the only solution is be vegetarian. It must be vegetarian. So I think this is very good teachings for me. Really, it's very good teachings for me. So the reason I want to show you that is don't follow me. Not only we must be vegetarian, also we cannot kill the animals indirectly. Yeah, so 我换这个外售就是我们一定要守戒 ，not only 守戒还不可以犯戒。So this is my wrongdoings. So I repent to the heaven and feel grateful. Yeah, that this is like Tommy told me it should be. I should say repay the heavy karma with the light retributions. 众业亲报，真的非常感恩 ，Thank you，Thank you。
Okay, Sister Elizabeth, yeah, she is recovering now. Yes, and then she really she shared with us a very good lesson, So because she really experienced it, and let's really all pray for her good health, and then she's improving very well, and then hopefully she'll go back to our FLT docent tour group very fast. Okay, thank you. That's our sharing. Thank you.
To her. Okay. Our second reader is Sister Angel, but she's not available right now because she has something to do. And so since she couldn't make it to a meeting online, still she prepared something for us. So let's listen to her sharing. Okay.
Hi, brothers and sisters. Good afternoon. Hope everyone well at your end. It's been a long time didn't see you all. Firstly, I'm very sorry for not able to be online to share my readings as my husband needs to work overtime today. So after discuss with Emma, she recommended me to record my share as I have to send kids to piano classroom for weekly lessons. Hope everyone don't mind. My reading page is 235 to 236. Creating blessings is the key to wealth. Go through this topic, I just thinking about every company I stayed before. Same as what Inventor thought, why the boss just doing something small, then get big money back. It recalls my memory. My previous job is a medical device company. Main business are reproduction field and laboratory instrument. During the time I start work with, not yet have any company concentrate on IVF field with whole product chain. However, out of IVF field, no matter related instrument or consumables, or undercut to medical device, which need to proceed QSD, quality system documentation, for the manufacturing, then register devices from TFDA one by one. To proceed QSD for abroad manufacturer is hard and took time, but if we would like to import and sell legally, then we have to do everything correct, no matter how long it will take. So I was appointed to do all of these works, including contact, discuss with abroad manufacturer, documentation check and prepare. Lucky me, I complete all product registration and company finally can legally import and sell. Finally, sale increasing more and more due to registration done, and I'm happy for this and proud of this. So, same as inventor of this story, I thought the sale increasing was achievement from me. So companies should appreciate me on hard working. But I was wrong and finally put myself into very bad situation. Complain every day and couldn't find energy for anything. Just feel very uncomfortable to office. I think during this time, not any grateful for my life, but just complain. Keep negative thinking. But I think I'm lucky as always because I have a wise mother, also a follower of Master. She told me everything happened has its reason, maybe from past life or even earlier. We don't know. However, when people gathering together, we call it fate. Just like Master said, your boss must be created very big blessings from past lives, so can get big achievement from your support. It is no need to complain any. You have to adjust your attitude and thinking differently to change your mind. Therefore, I finally leave the company after done all registration, as this should be the 1 lesson of my life. So I think I have to finish it before enter to my next life stage. I believe every one of you might have something similar situation as this story or mine. I think if keep positive and grateful thinking, it will make you have different view, show up to your mind to make everything simple. I will, of course, keep practicing and try. Thank you very much for listening my share, and I hope COVID-19 can pass very, very soon. And please, all of you and your family, friends, keep safe and healthy. And I hope see you all very, very soon. Thank you.
Okay, very good sharing. So I'm going to share my the story I'm reading. Okay, in the story of the old monastic and little novice, a Dharma brother was nicknamed Little Novice because he had a shaved head, 一个光头哈. After finishing his study in England and returning to Taiwan, he came to request teachings from Master. He asked, even with a kind heart, how do I maintain a pure mind forever? I think this is a very deep and very big question. So Helen, if somebody asks you this kind of question, what would you answer?
Yes.
Even with a kind heart. So Helen, do you regard yourself as a kind person? Do you have a kind heart?
Yes, everyone has. I think everyone has.
Right.
And you have to just be nice to other people. You practice good practice. You be nice to everyone and help other people, and you will be just think, don't think very, very, how to say, complicated. Just simple-minded. You can help people. You can do it diligently, and just like the master said.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that Helen has a very kind heart.
Thank you.
My following question is, do you think that your heart is very pure?
I hope so.
You hope so. I think everybody hopes so.
I hope so, but maybe not. Sometimes. But I hope I can do it better.
Okay, in other words, Helen, do you have afflictions?
Sure, everyone has one.
So if you have affliction, I think that your heart is not that pure. Because if your heart is pure, basically you don't have any afflictions. Because you feel very at ease, very calm. Okay. So that I think the brother's question is very it makes sense even with a kind heart. How do I maintain a pure mind forever? Okay.
Simple.
So let's listen to Master's answer. Okay.
Simple.
Do you reply that you must find the Dharma in your own mind? Okay, the Dharma in your mind. To take hold of a single method. Okay, what kind of method is it? I'm going to explain it to you later. You must move forward quickly. Okay, time waits for no man. Okay, and do it and very diligently. So what kind of method was Master talking about? I think for her, it can boil down to 6 words. Only 6 words. What are they?
For Buddha's teaching for sentient beings.
You are right on, Helen. Okay, for Buddha's teachings and for sentient beings. Okay. Yes. I think that's the 6 words she received from her master, and she has been following a straight path ever since. Just like look at her finger pointing to only one direction, a very straight. So we have to follow a straight path in order to maintain a pure mind. Okay. The other day when I was watching the program Wisdom at Dawn, it dawned on me that the straight path Master meant was the way to keeping a pure mind. So let's take a look at the passage. 直心是道场，调直无疑虑，佛智难思议，唯信能入道。Okay. In translation, in English, a straightforward mind. 直心是道场, a straightforward mind is our spiritual training ground. 直心就是我们要修炼的道场。我们要是什么道场呢？就是要把自己的心调直。不要有任何一些杂念 discursive thoughts or deviant thoughts 一些邪念，我们要去调我们这个心哦，就是我们的道场，调直无疑虑。A tamed and straightened mind is free of doubts and worries. OK， 当你调完之后，你就其实基本上是没有任何 doubts or worries。所以 that's why it is called our spiritual training ground. 我们要去调。我们要做all things are created by the mind， 一切为心造。我们所要修行的事情就是调我们这个心哦。Okay， 佛智难思议。The Buddha's wisdom is inconceivable, even though it's hard to conceive of or hard to understand. But that's what we are doing right now. We are cultivating. We are listening to the Dharma, and we are listening to Master's teachings. Okay. 唯信能入道. I think this is the key point. Only faith can one enter the path. Okay. 那个 I often hear Master said that 信为道源功德母. Okay. Faith is the source of the way, mother of merits. Okay. As long as you have faith in the Buddha, okay, then you will find a way. Okay. So I think that, in other words, we all have to develop a straightforward mind, which is our spiritual training ground. A straightforward mind refers to being in samadhi. 就是什么叫做一个it's kind of hard to explain. 直心就是我们要进入一个所谓的我们说禅定 samadhi 的状态。那个禅定就是，如果你能够让你自己的心得到很平静的话，那基本上任何那个情况不是只有打禅才会让你心定，你在做任何事的时候都要定 in samadhi 禅定这件事情哦。That's what we are looking for. Okay, for example, when we are listening to Dharma, we need to focus on listening and then faithfully accept the Dharma. 所以为什么说信很重要？你不信他的话，可能上人讲的东西你都听不进去。OK， 当你相信一件事情的时候，很多事情就会如雷贯耳，或者是醍醐灌顶的灌到你的身体里面去了。但它的一个诀窍，那个 method， 其实那个诀窍就是要 faith， 要相信，所以才会讲说信为道源功德母。OK， that's my sharing. Any questions? Okay, Rachel.
Hi. Can we have Teacher Lorraine to share some comments to us? Are you there, Teacher Lorraine? Or anyone can share some feedback about the previous discussing? We recommend everyone to share your feedback. You can unmute yourself or raise your hand to share. Anyone to share?
Can I share my feelings?
Okay, Siri.
Sure. I think what Tommy said was very good about maintaining a pure mind. It's not easy to maintain a pure mind, as every day we encounter so many people and so many things happen to us that our feelings fluctuate and change all the time. It's not easy to maintain a very pure thoughts. I've heard a Buddhist Dharma master said that at the end of the day, he would chant the Heart Sutra to purify his mind. At the end of the day, 我听过法师说过，他为了保持心的平静，他每天会念心经，在一天结束的时候。But it's hard for everybody to do that. But I think it's important for us to, after a busy day, after a day meeting with many people and with fluctuating thoughts, at the end of the day, we'll return to our pure thought. 一天最后的时候能够反省一下，然后让心回归最平静的时刻，才能够 return to that pure mind. I think it's something that needs practice, and it's not easy, but it will, as cultivators, we should all practice and walk toward that goal.
Yeah, agree. Thank you, Siri. Because every day we are receiving too much information, so we should have some time to calm down and to do some self-reflection. Thank you. Anyone else to share?
Sorry, I still have Robin's part.
Oh, Robin.
Yes, he's waiting there.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm sharing on the page 233, a starting wake-up call. It is about a woman who visit different temples to recite the sutra and pray to Buddha because she was always in fear that she will lose all her property. And then there is a Dharma master to told her to recite the sutra, her trouble will go away. However, that didn't happen. And then when she meet Master Chen Yan, and her advice to her is to see a doctor. And I think our master always give us the correct advice is that you go to the doctors. And when you get attached to your problem, you will end up scaring yourself, and by seeing a doctor and getting the correct medication. Okay, that let me think about the COVID-19 problem that we have. We currently face globally. Okay, I think the biggest difference between COVID-19 and SARS is that during the SARS epidemic, we don't have social media, and now during the COVID-19 we have it. And then, like what Master has said in this sharing, is about everybody end up scaring ourselves with all the fake news, online falsehood, and then which was shared by a lot of people rapidly throughout the social media. And I do have some friends who are really so frightened by all this sharing that even however hard that I try to calm them down, they are still very frightened, and then they believe what they read, all the fake news, all the online falsehood that they read online, that they couldn't even calm their mind, and some of them don't even dare to step out of their home. Yeah. So that is the problem, like similar like in this sharing, that the most fearful things that we have is not the virus, but actually the fake news spread faster than the virus. And then like this lady here in the master sharing is that when we are too attached to a problems, and then we are scaring ourselves, that's why the master said go to the doctors. And then like just in the same way, like when we are going through all the social media fake news, we should go to the mainstream media, reliable mainstream media, and listen to all the right, like we have our Dai Eyes TV, like our master always say, 我们要爆真导师，就是要安定人心。大爱电视台就是有这个功能。So master also tell us that the right faith and not superstitious is the correct way to get rid of the fear in our mind, be it is a personal fear or a global crisis like the COVID-19. And I think the COVID-19 is something which affected everybody in the world. It's a global problem. It's not something that recently, it's sad to say that I can see people celebrating that we have zero confirmed cases for the last few days, and they are mocking other countries when that country have very serious cases. And even I myself, I was very discriminated online by a friend because Singapore have a very serious problem now. I think COVID-19 is a global problem. 就像上人说的，众生共业. It's not that when Taiwan have zero confirmed cases, then we are out of trouble. I think globally everybody is in this. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. This is my sharing. I think this sharing about masters talking about not to have superstitions, and then go to the right media, go to the doctor to solve your problem instead of scaring yourself and then recycling the sutra when our mind was not calm. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin.
Yeah.
Anyone want to share some feedback? Or now we will go through to Jingsi aphorism part. So we have Mavis to take over.
Okay. I will share my screen. Hello.
Hey.
Can everyone see my screen? No.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Not yet. Now.
Yes.
Do you see?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me. Okay. Hello, everyone. Sister and brothers, good afternoon. This session is prepared by Tzu Qing Morrison. Today, I will pretend Tzu Qing to show the slides of Jing's aphorism to all of you. Now, let's get started now. Okay, we spoke about change last time, and everyone attended this class. We see the video, and let's start with video prepared by Morrison. When is your last time you draw a picture?
So good morning, everyone. When's the last time any of you drew a picture? So what you see here.
Maybe it's maybe louder.
Choose your colors wisely because there will be another group coming in after you and making another picture with what you leave behind. So here, everybody say hi. My start wrong. Shana, wow. Why don't you show them what you drew?
It's all black. We all prefer the bright colors.
I wish I wasn't this selfish. Taking away all the bright colors. So maybe we could have broken the colors and like half of them for them and for the next group.
All the time.
Okay. Morrison, are you here? Morrison? Okay. Thank you, Morrison, prepare this excellent video for us. I think that he wants to show the young generation will show us the older generation like this and give us a lesson. Mine as a skillful painter, and this is cited from Hua Yan Sutra. So you can choose any color you like and use it to draw. It depends on our mind. I think what you draw, what you see, and that what you think is. And have you already drawn a picture in your mind after watching this video? And what colors would you choose for your picture? Tommy, have you already drawn a picture?
I can't recall the last time I drew a picture. I think that it was in my elementary school. Okay, since then I haven't drawn any picture. Okay. But after watching the video, I think that it reminds us to think about the current situation right now. I think that we have polluted the earth so much that the younger generation have a very bleak or dark future. That's why you draw what you see. So their pictures are very dark and gloomy. Okay. So what color will I choose for my picture? I think I'll choose the green color because now I want to make the earth fresh again.
So in my case, I will choose 3 colors: blue and white and green. So we can green the earth and then the sky blue, and we have many white clouds. And anyone have any opinion to show us? Emma or Stephen? Emma?
Yes. I also will choose the green color, but I also want to choose a red color because they can compare together, and green will be more green, and red part will be more red.
Okay, colorful. Paint your paint your picture. Okay, and next one. But do you still remember the adults' faces when they saw the pictures from the kids? And 张翰生是 Helen 吗？ I don't remember. Sorry, I don't know your English name.
Helen, I'm Helen.
Can you voice something?
No, I use my husband's iPad. But this is Helen. But I don't remember. I think they must be very surprised, right?
Why? While the adults
because
are
the color
surprised.
of the kids' drawings were so dark.
So
because
it shows what the kids
why
see the world.
Because they used up all the colors, the green colors, the bright colors, so that the kids did not have those colors that they need. They just use dark black colors.
This video is told us the older generation should protect. Don't use up the green. And thank you. And if we use up all the green, our next generation will be left with none. Okay. And let's go to the next. Okay, this is the second video Morrison prepared to us.
Our people are slowly fading. The rich tell us that it's a lie, but science proves us that it's happening. There's no denying climate change is real. The weather patterns are more extreme. The sea levels are rising fast. But yet, the change is slow. I want to try to inspire another human to push for a change, to push forward. We can make it happen now. We are the people. We need to come together. We need to stop dividing each other and focus on our home. Change happens when we come together. We have the power. We have the power. We need to raise our voice. Every time that we've come together for a change, we made it happen. We must not waste another day without at least trying to give our next generation a better chance. We must decide to make this planet a better place to grow and to raise our children. Now, what do you decide? Do you decide to take our future, the next generation's future, in your hands? Or do you leave it in the hands of our current unproductive leaders? We need to act now. There's only one race on earth, humans. This is us.
What a beautiful scenery. What do you see in the video? This is the questions from Morrison. So what do you see in the video? Stephen, may I have your answer? Stephen?
Yes.
What do you see in the video? You answer to the question to the Morrison.
I think in the video we can see the crisis, the environmental crisis is happening around us every day right now. Even more is more and more serious. But I think we still can see the hope from people, which means as long as we can come together with our power, I believe we can change. But don't hesitate, just do it and come together to do it.
I see the young generation has the anxiety to complain of the adult to black the earth. So in my opinion, push is too extreme. So we just can use a more friendly way to raise this issue and call everybody to protect our globe, the earth. And so we can see the planet is dying, the people are fading. And I see the truth, we need to inspire other people to push. Push is a sharp word for me, but I think the young generation like to show their power and energy to push, to make the world, to make a better world. Okay.
Yes,
to
just
push for
just like the Swedish girl, Greta, right? Greta. She just challenged the adult in the UN meeting. Right? I don't know if you guys know about this girl, Greta Thunberg. She's from Sweden, and she's always fighting with the environmental issues and challenge the people of yes.
Okay, and to push it. So I think that this words from Morrison, she want to show us to push for a change. I see the chance that if we raise our voice and stay together to make it happen. For what? For our next generation, stay away from disaster. Let's see how. Let's see. Today's Jun's aphorism tells us. Can we read together online? Okay, let's get started. To end the disaster of the world, we must begin by transforming the hearts and minds of humans. Okay, let me read in Chinese. 解除人间的灾难，一定要从改善人心做起。Okay, this is the part prepared by Morrison. Okay, I will disconnect my share.
Yes, see, Morrison just joined us. He's calling in.
Yes, can we have Morrison to give some feedback and comments?
Morrison, give us some comments, inspires.
Morrison told me I am still working. So he is monitoring us, our office. Okay, let's go to the next section. So, what is the next section? Information update, Ben and Agnes. Rachel?
Hello, guys. By the way, should we invite the Lauren teacher to give us some conclusion?
Sure.
Hello, Teacher Lauren. Can you unmute your cell phone or your computer and give us some comment?
Hello.
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 Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good.
We miss you a lot.
Oh, good, good. 这个I'm so glad I'm connected with all of you. 刚才 I wasn't sure if I know how to operate this phone. 我在对这一方面实在是很糟糕。But anyway, as I said, I'm so glad to hear 这个你们的分享。And this is indeed very difficult times for all of us. And can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So it is very difficult for all of us to maintain a certain calm in these times. And I think especially for people like me who have family abroad, all of my boys are outside of Taiwan. One is in fact in New York. So the circumstances there, it's hard to ignore the rapid infection and the cases that are increasing so rapidly in that area of the world. But I think that for all of us, a lot of what the master says is the correct way to go, which is to know how to take care of ourselves first, to maintain a proper personal hygiene, and to be able to at the same time help others if possible under these circumstances. And then once you do all that, to maintain calm through the day. And basically there are many ways to do that. But I think for all of us, I mean, we've heard from everyone different ways of maintaining that calm. I think it's up to each of us to select a method which seems to work best for us. And in some cases, it's merely doing what many Tzu Chi people have been doing all this time and have gained great strength from, which is to help others at all times. And in some cases, it's just being at home and doing very simple breathing exercises, watching your breath, doing some meditation, whether it's sitting or not, just attaining or cultivating self-awareness during this time. And in some cases, like for instance, as Siri said, if you recite or read the Heart Sutra, all of that has a way of resting your mind in a very useful method outside of your discursive thoughts. So it's up to all of us, to each one of us, to determine what's best for us, to find that one thing, that one method that really works well, and to work at it diligently. So here I hope that all of us are able to 保重, keep safe, and stay calm throughout this whole thing, because I know that it will pass, and it's a matter of time. But whether it passes quickly or not depends upon each one of us. If we do our own thing right, then ultimately this whole thing will pass, and pass quickly, I hope. So 这个希望大家保重。And 谢谢，今天很高兴又可以 connect with everyone again, and 听到大家的这个分享，谢谢大家。
谢谢老师，谢谢老师。
Steven.
So 我们今天另外有看到好像是不是有几位菩萨是今天第一次，不管是线上还是之前我们在 meeting room 里面的，是第一次参加我们外语队共修吗？ 有没有？
Hi, 我是 Sophie. This is Sophie. This is my first time joining this meeting. It's nice to meet everybody here. Thank
Hi,
you.
Sophie.
Welcome, Sophie.
Welcome.
Sophie, can you please introduce yourself to all of us?
Okay. Actually, I've been to the study groups several times, but this is my first time this year, and this is my first time joining the meeting online. And I'm from Songshan District, and I have to thank you. I have to say thank you to Emma for inviting me, because she gave me this information so I could be able to join you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you and welcome, Sophie.
Thank you.
And sorry, I don't know because the Chinese name is Chen Jiapei, right?
Grace, are you there?
And Huang Yafen 吗？
雅芬 probably from 花莲吧。
Yeah, just see she's on the line.
Yeah. So who is Ke An Ting? Anna.
Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ke An.
Anna, would you want to say something to us? And now we also have the brother Joe. He's calling from Kaohsiung.
Can you hear?
Brother Joe also want to leverage like what we are doing online for group study in Kaohsiung. So brother Joe, comment. 因为救师兄早上有 call 我啦，他说，他也希望说，看看我们线上公修是用什么方式在进行的，那他也希望可以在高雄的外语队办这样类似的线上公修，所以他今天也有call in 进来。其实我们也希望说，以后如果既然是线上的话，就没有区域的限制啊，其他区域的外语队的志工，也许也可以邀请他们call in 进来。好，那再来接下来的话，可不可以请 Emma 去，我们可以讨论一下下一次大家希望什么时候？看5月份要继续办吗？还是按原定计划是在6月13号？那另外我们还有把下一次的读书的那个内容可以在这边分派一下吗
？5月份没有啊。6月是。
5月本来是浴佛，那
约定是13号，因为我决定要怎么样？
因为我5月份本来是浴佛嘛，那现在应该都是在小区域在举行，可能就是那种大型的浴佛是取消了，所以不晓得大家希望5月份我们要有一次线上公寓，还是按原计划5月份不要，那就是6月13号。
好啦，你做决定就好了。
啊？还是我们上午会后再讨论吗？
对啊，其实如果不能浴佛，但每个月线上共修应该是一个很好的一个很好的见面机会吧，这样大家才可以在同一条路上走的，好吗
？Mavis
因为
很高兴看到
沉默。
Mavis 很高兴看到你，在北京一切还好吗？
好啊，我在这里很好啊。
因为下次欢迎你邀请北京的年轻人也可以一起参加。
哦，对，我可能还要花一点力气，可能他们还不太了解慈济吧。
所以大
我应
家
该
5月份要再举行线上共修吗？
好，我 OK 啊。
汤米老师，你是 key person。
我可以啊，因为其实我非常开心哦，因为这次其实很多人有写那个翻译功课啦，然后从改他们翻译功课，跟他们应该说跟他们一起共读，或者是一起研究这些事情，我也收获很多，所以我觉得就5月就再办吧，不然的话真的会 out of sight out of mind。我可以啦。
感谢他们，感谢他们。
所以，如果大家都同意的话，我们5月份就是再多举办一次线上共修。大家想是要5月9号还是5月16号呢？
可以5月16号吗？
Okay,
我要准备一下素材。
因为那可以，好啊，好啊。
徐轩宇，你用那个。
对啊 ，Robin 今天好安静啊。
我讲了这么多话还安静。
那可以现在先讲一下说页数，还有人可以分，就是说先分一下这个四位下次可以分享的人嘛，这样子比较不会之后要找人，我有点累，就是说现在大家就是都在这边嘛，那如果大家先认领一下页数。
Emma， 我的那一区我会跟 Tracy 讨论。
Tracy
跟我
页数是你跟下次是242到247嘛
？242
下次的页数是242页到247页。对，大家看一下242页。那大概一组是多少？就是一面吗？史蒂芬，你那边看一下。
什么？
页数看一下，因为我们现在就是大家先认领一下，这样子比较快。
22到27。
那是要分也是4组吗？
其实3组也可以啦，因为就才5页而已。
OK， 那3组吗
？6页而已。
那就1人2面咯。OK。
对。
好啊。
242、243一面，244、245一面，然后246、247嘛，那就3组就好了。
对，好啊。
OK。那那个汤米，你是要压轴吗？
我都可以啦，就是
OK， 你在前面，人家会有压力。那这个前面242跟243有没有师兄姐愿意先这个承担一下这样子？Sophie 可以吗？
你要 unmute，Sophie unmute 我们听不到。
哦，嗨，好啊，好啊，好啊，试试看，谢谢这个机会，多学习。
谢谢 Sophie。
你要开声音，你是242到243嘛
？242、243 ，OK， 谢谢。
好。然后244到245，有没有人愿意？我刚刚看 Sharon 也在线上。
对，Sharon 也在。
Sharon 也在吗？ 还是 Anna 也在？不知道现在还在不在线上。
Anna, would you like to share page 244 to 245?
Anna 说她的麦克风有问题。
有问题，对。You can type. OK， 跟大家说 OK 了，谢谢。
OK，Thank you。
246到247有没有
Tommy， 最后是 Tommy。OK，Finish。
没有啦，那我们不用认养了。
OK，Finish。
好，谢谢大家。那不晓得那个 Agnes 师姐有没有什么要跟大家说的或不答的？
我们没有出来哈。
我看我在。
这个我们出来了。
启用。OK， 有了。
Agnes， 你的声音现在没有，是 unmute， 你现在是 mute， 你要 unmute。
OK， 好，首先很感谢大家今天的参加了哈，这样可以听到吗？
可以，
听
可
到，
以，
没问题。
那我们也真的很感谢这个罗瑞老师哈，再一次跟我们一起在线上一起能够一起在线上啦。那我觉得是这个大家都平安，就是非常非常幸福的事情。虽然是今天我们大家一起承担这个共业，那我相信就像老师说的，这个 time will come, it will be over。那只要我们就是再多坚持一下。那就我们一定会可以看到这个the light in the end of the tunnel， 而且我相信啊，就像Sylvia 怎么说的，真的是晚上我们要睡觉之前，如果我们拿一本这个实际的书来看哈，真的会帮助我们把我们心安定下来，让我们能够睡得很好了。这是我这段时间的就一个小小心得跟大家分享。那我觉得这样子大家继续共修，然后有机会，然后听听彼此的声音，也是一个很幸福的感觉啦。那同时借这个机会，我可以看到很多很多人的付出，我们真的很感恩呐。那我们期待下次在线上再共修喽，感恩大家。
好，谢谢 Rachel。
嗨。
你可以帮我们 ending 问讯 ending。
OK， 要问讯。
下一次共修是几号啊？就是第2个礼拜。
5月16。因为我们高明老师他需要更多时间准备更丰富的。
5月16号。
好，5月16。OK。
Okay, please hold your palms together to pay respect to Buddha. First bow. Second bow. Third bow. 感恩。
那最后大家再帮我们线上拍一个团体照吧。
好。
大家可以 turn on your video。
今天有19位啊，很棒。
22刚刚有20多。
更多20几位上线哈，太好了。
好，要拍照咯。开 video。好，1、2、3。 好，OK，
好，
好，
大家哦，
拜拜，
谢谢，
拜拜，
拜拜。
拜拜。
老师拜拜。
Thank you and thank you, Tommy.